sound out his last name phonetically, it sounds like Gabos, which is either a mean thing to say about a vehicle or a really good time. Let's take a ride on the Ryan Gabos, everybody!
It's a great time. Hey, keep it going for Peter Velarde. He's doing a kick-ass. Hey, so I thought over winter break, I should get out of my comfort zone because I'm so used to doing stand-up here in Athens, and I thought, like, hey, try it at home in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The transition will be seamless. Nothing will go wrong. So I went looking for some all-ages open mics, and the first one that turned up, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. And so Monday comes around, and I find myself parking next to the Pleasure Bar. The Pleasure Bar. It's not a bondage thing. It's just very poorly named. And so I show up to this place, and they've got a scene there, apparently, much like we have, a scene of regular comedians or whatever. They have one. So this is a lot more depressing because this Monday night, is their every Monday night. It's the same 25 to 45-year-old males that just show up and be sad as hell. So I went up to the guy with the sign-up list, and everyone was making a big deal about him. Like, yeah, this guy, he hosts every week. He opened for Drew Carey. Yeah, the host? Yeah, he opened for Drew Carey. In what context? Like, what did he... And so I went up to him, I'm like, yeah, hey, put me down. And he's like, what's your name? I'm like, Ryan Gabos. And he was like, can you spell that for me? And I was like, G-A-B. And he said, hey, you forgot a Y after the A. And I was like, well, it's my last name. He's like, you got gay in your last name. I was like, right, but, phonetically, yeah. And I was like, there's no Y. And he was like, you shitting me? So he put me down on the list, and very late in the order, so I got to sit there and sip a water and watch the wonderful regular comedians of the Pleasure Bar, the Pleasure Regs, as they are now known. And so, one of the first earlier on guys, he gets up and he was introduced as, hey, this next comedian's Larry whatever, and once you see his act, you'll think, man, that's a guy who hates all races, and he was. He was profoundly racist. Really, just no stone left unturned. He just did a number on the recently deceased Nelson Mandela. Not joking. He took a very racist crap in his coffin. It was awful. So he finished up, and I was like, that was something. A little bit further down the line, this guy goes up, this really sad male, and his set started off like this. So I was thinking about the zombie apocalypse and when it's, going to make its way to Pittsburgh, and I was just thinking, like, when it happens, that'll be a Twilight Zone episode for the ages, am I right? This is met with silence, and then after a while, I guess to clarify for the punchline, he adds, for those of you who don't know, the Twilight Zone is a science fiction program hosted by Rod Serling from the 1970s, which is wrong. The 1970s are one of the few decades that it did not exist. So nice job. Thanks for explaining your false reference, man. You're not going to catch me doing that. Anyways, my favorite line of the night came a few comics before me. This guy got up. He was a very Larry the Cable Guy type, deal. And he gets up and he's hitting all the marks. He's hitting, I'm hairy and I belch and my nasty mom and all that shit. And then he's dissing his mom, and he makes the transition. Not only does my mom take nasty periods, she takes nasty dumps too. And it's not my territory to talk about menstrual cycles, but I know it's not taking a period. I don't think he got it's a menstrual cycle. So anyways, I finally get up, the fucking Drew Carey opener host gets up and he's like, our next guy, I'm not shitting you, his name's Ryan Gayness. Which she did on purpose, like we were old chums, but he's just a dickhead. So I get up there and I do 7 minutes and I get no reaction from anyone because I guess they were all primed and ready for my gay jokes or something. But I just gave them my usual bullshit. But I did get one reaction at the very end. I left them with a one-liner. I said, hey, all I want in life is a border collie, and I want to name it Culkin so I can introduce it to people and I can say, hey, this is Macaulay Culkin. Now, no one laughed, but some lady in the very back said, that's good. So, thanks for commiserating with me. That's my experience with the Pleasure Bar. Will I be returning anytime soon? I don't know. You probably have a better chance of me going to see August Osage County. For those of you who don't know, thank you.